Hi, I'm Eli. I know I don't sound it, but pronouns are he, him, please. If you don't like that, please get out. Okay, seeing as it's June, I thought it would be relevant to talk about Pride Month, seeing as it is Pride Month. And I'm going to cover a few things. I'm going to cover why there's no straight pride. I'm going to cover asexuality. I'm going to cover aromanticism, whatever you call it. I'm bad with words. And non-binary people. And I'm going to talk about the queer artists, YouTubers, etc. that I like. Okay, so starting off with asexuality. Um, Asexuality, it covers people who don't feel sexual attraction towards anyone. Um, that doesn't mean they don't have sex. That doesn't mean they aren't loveless. They aren't loveless, and they can just do whatever they want. They can eat their garlic bread in peace. They're incredibly valid. All my aces out there, I see you, I support you, and I love you. They are a part of the LGBTQ. Why else is it called LGBTQIAA plus? I just say LGBTQ plus because it's faster. I'm not invalidating anyone. I would never invalidate anyone. And the aromantics, I also want to talk about them. There are people who don't feel romantic attractions, like asexuality, but instead of sexual attraction, it's romantic attraction. Now, I don't know much about aromantic people, so I'm not really qualified to talk about it. I just want to say about how they're valid and how my aromantic friends, I see you, I love you, I support you, and no matter what, you are a part of the LGBTQ+. Right. I also want to talk about non-binary people. I do know a bit more about non-binary people because when I was neck deep in denial in the closet, I did believe that I was non-binary for a short period of time. That's not anymore, by the way. I do identify as a gay trans man now. Non-binary people, they can feel then as a gender that identifies outside of the gender binary, so neither male nor female. Maybe a combination of both, maybe neither. Who cares? It's up to them, and always respect their pronouns. If you don't, I am going to have an issue with you. So they're really underrepresented identities, all three of those identities, and I feel like I need to talk about how they're valid and how they're wonderful, and no matter what people say, they should never be undermined for being who they are. They should never be invalidated for being who they are. Like, it's just who people. It's just people. Just love people no matter what. You see a person, people are great, right? Well, some people. You see a person and you just love them for being so cool and just surviving and just making it day by day. You don't disrespect people unless they're disrespectful completely towards you, because that's just disrespectful. So just be nice wherever you go. Be nice and just be kind. Be kind. That's all I'm saying. And now then, on to why there's no straight pride. I see a lot of people being like, "Oh, why there's no straight pride? Ooh, the gays, they get everything. We gave them equal rights. We gave them marriage." Now then, it's a very closed-minded view. For one thing, we don't have equal rights everywhere. We don't have equal rights in many countries. In some countries, we can be killed for being who we are. And trans youth in Britain are not allowed puberty blockers until they're 16, which is after puberty has kicked in and done its effects, which I think is horrible, and I am actually being affected by it myself. And I also think that saying why is there no straight pride is just really, really blind to the issues we face. If you want straight pride, we will take the privilege that you straights have, and you can just have everything we have. You can have the pride, yeah, but you can also have the discrimination. You can have the hate crime. You can have the criminalization of being who you are and loving who you love. You can have all of that, and we will take just being considered normal and human. Is that alright? Is that why? Are you happy now? Now that you get hate crimed, beaten in the streets for holding your partner's hand? Are you happy now that you've got straight pride? It's kind of just upsetting to hear a straight person being like, oh, straight pride, it's unfair, the gays get a month, why don't we? You get 11 months of the year, we only get June. We should, yeah. You get the rest 11 months, but we're only considered like we should be treated like other humans in June. We're only really seen by the media like significantly more in June. Other than that, there's nothing. And I just think that's horrible. So if you want straight pride, take everything else that comes with it. Take the hate crime. Take the absolute horrible issues that come with being part of the LGBTQ plus. Like, yeah, I love the community, but if I could trade everything and just be a cis straight girl, not have this dysphoria, not have these feelings, not have the absolute horror I feel, I would rather be either a cis boy, preferably actually, or a cis girl. Sometimes I wish I never had these feelings, sometimes I wish I never had dysphoria. And I know the way to solve that is to transition. But sometimes I wonder how much easier it would have been to be a cis girl, be like all the others in my class, not be bullied in school for looking slightly different, not being able to conform to the standards. But I know that's never going to be who I am because I am a trans guy, so I can't be like all the societal norms, and it's horrible. And straight people asking for pride upsets me because I'm going through all this, and they're like, "Oh, I want pride, I want pride, I want pride." Like, you want the oppression as well? I don't know. It's just I don't like it, honestly. And then, okay, so on to the next topic, which is queer artists I'm a fan of. I have several, so I'm going to focus on one, really, because it's the one I have that had the biggest impact on me. And that's Cavetown. I'm sure many of you have heard of him, although, because he's a relatively big singer-songwriter, part of the LGBTQ himself. He's incredibly talented. I've recently started learning the ukulele, which has been just brilliant. And I've started learning some Cavetown songs on my ukulele. And what I've done is I just feel his music it's something that's really affected me in the lyrics. My favourite is Meteor Shower, but This Is Home. I think if you're a trans guy and you listen to Cavetown, you know what dysphoric is. Dysphoric, This Is Home, Boys Will Be Bugs. Those three have had a big impact on me, and partly how I figured out who I was is some Cavetown songs, which is quite surreal. Sort of, is that how you use that word? Not sure, but it's just the solidarity I see in Cavetown's music. It's it's beautiful. I've never had such validation in music before. Before I discovered all these queer artists, I listened to straight girl music. I listened to Ollie Murs a lot. I'm really embarrassed about it, actually. But now I listen to Cavetown mainly and a bit of Panic at the Disco, and I love it. And I feel so seen in Cavetown's music. And I'm going to a show of his in December with a couple friends actually, and some family, and I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be brilliant. And I'm also going to link down below some charities to donate to over Pride Month, some things to do, some things to buy. I just love everything about myself, and it took a long time for me to start to accept myself and start to love who I am. When I was first coming out, when I first figuring out who I was crying on the phone to my best friend at 3 a.m. because I didn't want to accept who I was, and I didn't want to be who I am. And I know this video is getting a little long, 10 minutes, but I just want you all to know I see you. You are loved wherever you are. If you're coming out, if you're still in the closet, if you don't know who you are yet, if you don't know anything, if you're questioning, whatever, I love you, I see you, I'm proud of you, and I support you. And I hope you all have a brilliant June, a brilliant Pride. And I hope that this video, whatever this is, made at least one of you smile, and that you have a good day. See you in the next one.